Hello and welcome to the Enlightened Finances community. I am Jennifer Catherine Pietschak, and I'm your guide for this community. Today, we're going to do a brief welcome call, an introduction to the features of the school platform so you know where things are, you don't miss anything. And yeah, so let's get started right away. I'm going to share my screen. And I have this in participant mode so that we're going to show the perspective that you will see and not the perspective that I see as creating the content and that kind of thing. So that's good. So when you became a member, you were asked to fill out a profile and you came to the About page. You'll see at the top of the screen, we have a few tabs: community, classroom, calendar, members, leaderboards, and about. So the About section is where we'll start. And this is just the basics of what we're here to do. We're here to break the vicious cycle of stress and anxiety that comes from avoiding your numbers and shift from fear into financial freedom. And so the mission here is to really help people expand their knowledge of who they are and do so within the context of finances. However, as you gain more spiritual knowledge and self-awareness of and bring that to your finances become easier for you to relate with because you're bringing all of yourself to the financial experience. So this is what I call an integrative approach to bringing both spirit and soul and personality, as well as accounting and number crunching and all of that kind of thing into one place, and creating a platform and a community to be supported in that mission. So that's a little bit about what we're here to do. You'll see here that our leaderboard shows all the people who have been contributing and engaging with the group. You can get more information about that in the leaderboard section. And let's see. You'll have to forgive me. I'm still learning the point system. I was hopeful that I could give you guys points for participating in the live calls and the replay, and it doesn't seem to be working that way. So let's just read a little bit about our points, because I think the gamification of school really has that piece that I was missing in other platforms and other places. I really wanted to find a way to make numbers and accounting fun, which is a challenge in and of itself. So the points, you earn points when other members like your posts or comments. One like equals a point. This encourages users to produce quality content and interact with other members of their communities. And as you gain points, you will level up. Your level is shown at the bottom right of your avatar. The number of points required to get to the next level is shown under your avatar. Okay, so for now, what I'd like to take away from this is when we go to the community section, this is where all of the posting is happening. This should be hidden. Okay. This is where your posts will show up. And you can see we have a bunch of posts, some with likes, some with none. What I'd like to encourage you to do is, if you show up to the live or the replay, you can put a comment in the replay. So like, we'll just look at the hot seat as an example. If you showed up to the replay or showed up to the live, simply comment live or replay in here to let us know that you're engaging, that you're here, that you like the hot seat versus the Q&A versus the Akashic Records, and so forth. I would also encourage you, in order to get your points up, because there will be a prize at some point. I'm creating a paid group. This will always be a free group, but the person with the most engagement will get lifetime access, free lifetime access to the paid group when that goes live. So it behooves you to share your impressions. Like we just did the financial hot seat yesterday. If you watched that, either live or replay, create a post. Say, this was my takeaway. Even though Anu was our brave volunteer, this is what I learned for me. And we'll get some engagement that way. Okay, so the community and the engagement is all about, it's really here for you to let you know that you are not alone, that you're not the only one that, struggles with the numbers or has a story about math or etc. Right? Or is, maybe starting a business, and sometimes you feel like you're behind the 8 ball when you start a business because there's just so much of a learning curve. Well, there's other people here that are starting up a business too, or aren't that deep into growing their business. So you'll find support here at all levels. And with that, I want to take you to the classroom. So this is a new feature that I started working with just for this month. So those of you who listened to the welcome call last month, this is new. So I added a few things here. People were asking for meditations and visualizations. I've added free meditations and visualizations. There's 5 of them. And so you just come in here and you can do them in any order that you like. You just click on the recording and the audio will pop up for you to do that meditation. I am also, for the month of November, and if you purchase the Meditation Vault for Enlightened Finances, you will have access to 5 20-minute meditations and visualizations, reflecting the 5 core aspects of finances. So there's going to be paying others. We're going to talk about debt. We're going to talk about income. We're going to talk about a couple other aspects, your bank balance, and I will have a meditation for each of those. So what that's going to look like is in the month of November, I will upload 1 a week. There will be a total of 5 by the time we get through November, and that's just $25, and you have access to that for as long as you are a member. So that's an option if you would like that. Triggered by your accountant. So this it's not necessarily a course, but it does include all of the videos that I have posted over the past year or so that are informational in nature, that will give you some insight into the spherical wealth method that I created, why that's important, some free tools, how to pay taxes with ease and grace, which is a big one for a lot of my clients. That's where they get tripped up first. And that money mantraing and all of the good things, the dreaming and the attracting and all of the things that we do on a more energetic and spiritual basis to create the business that we are here to create and bring forth into the world, that can go out the window when we're talking about things like taxes and profits and paying ourselves and that kind of thing. So I've included some resources here for you. Not all of them are videos. Some are like a post. Others, I have a masterclass that is evergreen that you can get access to. There's the spherical wealth assessment. And then the final thing over here, this is the energetic wealth. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting all tongue-tied. Slow down. The Energetic Wealth Collective. And this is that paid group that I was referring to. So at some point, I will be creating this group for $99 a month. The Enlightened Finance group will remain a free group for the duration of our work together. Okay, so this is an optional thing for you to upgrade. I have a bunch of ideas about what it's going to look like. I will be making some posts in the community over the next month to get people's feedback on, whether this is going in the direction of the kinds of support that you are looking for, or if we want to shift that a little bit. So I've created at the bottom the wait list. And the wait list is going to ask you to put your name, your email, your phone, and when you're ready to start this version of the group. And I will also add here suggestions for what you want to be included in the group. So this is where you can list, you're more interested in Akashic records and energy healing versus the Q&A, number crunching, that kind of thing. If you want to see more hot seat coaching, any of the things, and we'll go through what are the things that are available, at least right now. But some of you have worked one-on-one with me already. So you know what I bring to the table at this point. And so I'd be really curious for you to engage in the group as well and let us know what are the things that made the strongest impact in your development and really shifting and moving that needle where your money mindset or your finances were involved. Okay, so that's the classroom as it stands right now, subject to change. Let's do a brief recap of the calendar for our new friends. So each month, we're going to do an Akashic Records reading for the group. And for those of you who don't know, the Akashic Records have been called many different things. Your soul's book of life, a psychic reservoir of infinite intelligence. It's essentially stepping into a consciousness that can provide you with information about your past, present, and future. We don't do predictive work, but we do talk about influences from the past that might be impacting your decisions and the way that you're walking through life. This can be a very powerful source of guidance to help you align your actions in your life and in your business. Because when we are looking at everything that we do from a holistic perspective, does it serve us in our highest good? Does it serve others in the highest good? That's where we can really start making quantum leaps in our life and start seeing things shift overnight. So that's the goal there. Next week, we're going to be doing a Q&A. Our Q&A session is basically a free-for-all for about 30 minutes. You get to type questions in the chat. I'll put a post in the community. If you can't be with us live, you can put your questions in the thread in the community, and I will answer those questions there. But love to have you live. We'll talk about, tracking your money. If you're new to business and you have some basic general accounting and tax questions, I will answer that. If they're too specific, if they're too nuanced, I'll refer you to a consultation. We can talk about manifesting money, money beliefs, things like what's blocking you, and that sort of thing. So that was a lot of fun last month. It was the most well attended. I'm not sure if that had to do with the time that I offered or if it had to do with that the Q&A being, one of the things that you guys like the most. So as I mentioned before, I'll be posting some questions about what you're liking, some polls to get an idea of what's working, what's not for you, because we want to do as many things that are truly supportive. So what I like might not be what you really need. And we can certainly adapt that. On not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 9th, we're going to do a group energy clearing. We did this last month, and people were really excited about letting go of that old stagnant energy that's keeping them blocked, and moving into a new paradigm, embracing new beliefs, and feeling the freedom of being able to be in flow. On the 15th, and this is definitely subject to change, I do need a volunteer for our hot seat financial healing, which is like a coaching hot seat. It will be a mini session. So I normally do these 90 minutes one-on-one with people. This will be 30 minutes in front of any flies on the wall, any of you who want to join and just observe and witness and hold space for the volunteer. And, as containers go, when you're in the container, in that kind of atmosphere, there's usually going to be something that you take away from the situation as well, from the coaching session as well. So I encourage everybody to attend live if they can. And if this time, Friday, November 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern does not work for somebody who wants to volunteer, we may change that date, but I will post in the group if that date does change. And then before Thanksgiving, we're going to end the month with a number crunching session. This is a co-working style session where we'll all be on Zoom, and I might preface it with like some guidance about what kind of number crunching should you be doing or could you be doing for your business, for your personal finances and whatnot. So depending on who shows up, I'll try to tailor that suggestion to the people who are live, of course. The replay is great too. It's basically all of us sitting together, crunching our own numbers, whether that be catching up on bookkeeping or looking at your KPIs, your key performance indicators. I can do a short training session on what those might be. Or reviewing your internal financial reports that maybe a bookkeeper has sent you to review for your business. It's that time that is dedicated to doing the thing that usually we don't really want to do. Like, let's be honest, right? The number crunching is not something that we get out of bed for, right? But when we do it together, it's much more fun, and you do feel the energy of the other people in the room. And so it behooves us to bring that positive energy and that community support to allow us to grow and start associating with numbers, with math, positivity, and changing that, rebuilding a new neural pathway to support the fun that this can be and the helpfulness that has been foregone by not doing the numbers, not looking at the numbers, avoiding it. When we face those things, there's usually large benefits that we find, and we can have that feeling of, oh my goodness, I wish I had been doing this all along. It would have been so much easier to do 20 minutes once a month than 5-8 hours take up your whole weekend because you're crunching for tax time. Okay, I get off my soapbox now. You can see other members in the group under the member tab. And that brings us back to the beginning. So hopefully that was informative. I hope I didn't forget anything, but if I did, there's always next month to do a new welcome call. I'm very happy to have all of you here. We're 22 strong at this point, which is not where we started. We started with like 3 or 5. So um, I'm very pleased to have all of you with us. And for those of you who have done the lives and commented, thank you. Please keep it up. And till next time, thank you.